Redmi Note 5 Pro. The phone that happens to gain a lot of attention not only because of the fact it's a budget phone, but also because of the fact that this phone is possibly the best phone under 15,000 rupees. The Redmi Note 4 was a huge hit last year, and this year Xiaomi not only launched the Note 5 but also the Note 5 Pro. The Note 5 is pretty much same, sporting the same specifications as on the Note 4 from last year, but the Note 5 Pro is what impressed me the most because it has a lot of new things going on with it. I've used almost every high-end flagship of the year before using this phone, and I'm pretty much sure what I have to say about this phone. Note that this is not a review video but my thoughts and experience as a premium flagship user. The 18:9 aspect ratio trend can be seen on this phone. It has a super tall 6-inch IPS display with Full HD Plus resolution and 403 pixels per inch. And to be honest, the screen looks great. The viewing angles are good, the color accuracy is on point. The white bezels on the top and bottom can be bothersome at times, but that's just me saying. You may feel otherwise. But nevertheless, the display on this phone is gorgeous and immersive. You'll have a good time with it. The Note 5 Pro is made up of aluminum, weighing at 181 grams and feels fairly light. Its weight distribution is on point regardless a huge body. But what irritates me about the design of this phone is that camera bump on the back of the phone, which also by the way looks exactly like the one on iPhone X. The phone just keeps wobbling when laid on a flat surface. Simple fix to that is to use a case. And I'm really glad that there is a headphone jack present on this phone, otherwise it would have ruined the experience of this phone entirely. The phone also has a fingerprint scanner at the sweet spot right in the center of the back of the phone, which is pretty fast. There's also a face unlock feature. The setup process is quite simple, and to be honest, it works, but not all the times. It's like a hit or miss experience. It uses the front camera for all the data and does not have a dedicated IR sensor like the one found on iPhone X, and I would personally use the fingerprint scanner rather than the face unlock feature cause it's way more reliable, and by the time I pick up the phone it's already unlocked thanks to the fingerprint scanner. The face unlock however is still there if you want to use it, and it's completely software related, so hope it gets better with time. The Note 5 Pro comes with the latest Redmi Note 509 GPU, the Snapdragon 636 processor, which is supposed to be great at performance and power efficient, and it does live up to the expectations. The Note 5 Pro comes with either 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, or with 6GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. The one I have here is a 4GB RAM variant, and do note that you can also expand the storage via a micro SD card up to 256GB or either use 2 SIM cards. Now I feel that the one with 4GB of RAM is more than enough for a great performance, and also considering the pricing, 14,000 rupees, it's a best buy. Relating to performance, I did not have any issues with it whatsoever during my testing of the phone. It has been super smooth and fluid. The 4000 mAh battery has been serving me great. I easily ended up using it for a day and a half without charging it. The cameras on this phone are one of the highlighting features of the device. It has dual cameras, a 12MP camera with f2.2 aperture plus a 5MP camera with f2.2 aperture, which is neither a telephoto camera nor a wide-angle one. It's just there to measure the data, the depth for the portrait photos, and with its performance I'm pretty much impressed. The photos taken from this camera actually comes out to be very good, and the portrait shots are on point. It's definitely not perfect, but so are the ones on iPhone X. The pictures are definitely not perfect, but for the price I'm not complaining. It could possibly be the best camera phone under 15,000 rupees. The selfie camera on the other hand is a 20MP shooter with f2.2 aperture that manages to get a portrait mode of its own, and to my surprise it actually does a pretty good job. It's definitely not perfect though, the pictures come out to be a little bit on the softer side. The sharpening is not up to the mark, but again for the price I'm not complaining. Even the portrait shots on the iPhone X are not perfect. And if you are a selfie kind of a person, you will have a good time with this phone. Now I was disappointed by the fact that though this phone is capable of recording 4K video, the feature is not there yet in the camera, but it seems we may be getting it in the future updates. You can though shoot Full HD videos with the rear and the front facing camera. All in all, I'd like to say that this phone has all the possible capabilities of being the best phone under 15,000 rupees, though this statement can be debatable in the future. We don't know what companies may come up with. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And with that being said, I'll catch you all in the next one.